Have you noticed how a headline can sound like a celebration on TV, while on the streets, everything feels completely different? That's exactly how it is with the so-called victory of the Trump administration over Portland. In the press room, there's applause, dramatic statements, law and order, protecting the public, and the media repeats it as if the game is over. But when the dust settles, the result smells empty. Imagine the scene. A court of appeals grants partial authorization to deploy the National Guard. On stage, allies celebrate. Off-stage, Oregon officials and the governor herself say, "Calm down, we're handling the situation." Local police had already been arresting those committing violence. The city resisted. In other words, it's not that cities can't control the situation, it's that the federal government wants to turn it into a spectacle. And spectacle is different from a solution. The White House responds with FBI numbers, arrests, seizures, shocking statistics, and pounds its chest. But statistics, used as a political microphone, don't solve the problem on the ground. Families wanting safety, communities wanting justice, local leaders wanting autonomy. Sending troops to a city asking for dialogue reinforces the sense that this is more electoral theater than public strategy. And there's another side the rhetoric doesn't show. Sending the military into civilian streets sets a dangerous precedent. Today it's Portland. Tomorrow it could be any city that criticizes the government. The freedom to protest loses ground when the automatic response is military escalation. A healthy democracy needs proportional responses, not calculated provocations. In the end, the so-called victory is more a label than a result. The real defeat would be accepting that the government confuses the use of power with competence, that force becomes the default response rather than the last option. If the real priority were to protect communities, the focus would be on supporting local police, investing in prevention, and respecting judicial processes, not turning dissent into a spectacle. Do you think this federal escalation will actually reinforce security or just push democracy into a risk zone where protest becomes a reason for intervention?